What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, you might see Lead Magnet up here. That is our other channel. Go ahead and do a search on YouTube for that. But welcome back to API Explorers. Today, I'm going to show you how Zapier is set out to disrupt the industry when it comes to real estate agents. There is one reason in particular and a tech that they just released or a feature that they just released that you might want to get your eyes on ASAP. And if you like the template that I'm about to show you and want access to it, go ahead and comment down below. Let's get you access to it. So stay tuned. All right, so let's dive into what Zapier just did. They released interfaces and tables maybe about 3 months ago. The interfaces is in beta mode, but it does have a very, very cool structure with a lot of tools that you're going to be able to leverage. One of the most common struggles and pains that I hear from real estate agents and team leads across the board is that they have so many tools that they have to manage with. They have a TSM. They also have or transaction management system. They also have a CRM. They also have their MLS portal. They also want to be able to create competitions between their agents on their team, but they don't really have the ability to do that because they don't have the option of getting agents insights into what other agents are doing, how they're performing, and so forth. It also, there is also the pain and the struggle where, as an admin, you need to have a consolidated dashboard to be able to manage everything intuitively. What I mean by that is you don't need to have 50 tabs open on your browser. You could have one consolidated view where you could see a sky level overview of everything that's happening. Yes, you get a little bit of this from your transaction management system, maybe even CRM when it's integrated with your transaction management system. But what you don't get is the ability to have and see tasks at a sky level overview for an admin or all admins to see everything in one view. And what Zapier is going to do for you with interfaces is give you the flexibility to create the dashboard view that you want. I've created a mock-up one here just based off of my experience in the real estate industry and having been a practicing agent for 8+ years now as to what I might want to see. But this is just the foundational structure that you'll be able to build off of. So let's dive into it. So this is our Zapier interface that we've built. It's a realtor board. It's going to give us the ability to insert components from transaction management to our agent leaderboard. This is one of the most sought after features that most agents are trying to get from their transaction management system is the ability to have an option of creating some competition between their agents and showing agents who the leaders are. Now, with interfaces, it's really cool because for 20 bucks, I can go in, create an interface, and I can give certain access to users, right? So I can go in and give access to this sky level overview to other agents, right? So I might have an interface for admins as well as an interface for users or agents who leverage or see different data points, right? Like I wouldn't want agents to see all of the transactions, but I might want them to see who the leaderboard is, maybe create some sort of competition between them. We might not show them total GCI, but you might show them total sales volume, right? So listing sales and so forth. You can also see the task that we've created here for us as an admin, because thinking as an admin, I want to be able to see all of my tasks in one view without having to go through a contact or have it assigned to a contact. Because as an admin, my tasks are completely different than what an agent's task might be. My task would be something more along the lines of, hey, schedule for photographs for Ernest's new listing, order the signpost, and do specific tasks or instructions for the agent themselves, not for a contact. You might also have some contact relevance in there as well, because maybe you have your admin doing all your pop buys, maybe you have them doing all your CRM follow-up, but then that's where the resources come in. So you could have these card links down here at the bottom of your interface that you can have redirect links to. So your MLS, your CRM, your transaction management portal. Now, the really cool thing about this is that it's two-way synced. What I mean by that is I don't have to have this connected to a Google Sheet or a Google Doc or Excel spreadsheet. I just simply connect these to tables by Zapier. So inside of Zapier, you could actually now create tables that you can then leverage in your Zaps. It's that simple. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to create a Google Sheet. You don't have to then connect that Google Sheet via Zap to whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's all native now. You have the ability to build your tables. You can assign your tables into your interfaces. But the best part about this is that you could have these two-way synced. So for example, I have this new transaction button here. This new transaction button is actually going to prompt a form that I fill out. But on the back end, when I add this form into my interface or into this table, it's going to actually add it also to my dot loop. So now that transaction gets created in dot loop, and it's all intuitive. It's all native to Zapier. You don't have to take any additional steps. You just connect that table to that dot loop. There's not this need for a Google Sheet, then flattening the date and time and doing all these extra steps where you run multiple tasks in one Zap. You can simply just connect tables to dot loop. It makes everything super simple. You could also two-way sync these. So you can create one as well from dot loop to tables. So maybe someone's in the transaction management portal, or maybe they created a transaction and they don't have access to this interface, but it's an agent in your office that you manage who has added a new transaction in the dot loop, and you have that master account synced. You can now push that transaction into that table, and then it'll appear here in your interface. So all of that data starts getting combined. You start getting a really nice structure. You can see closing date, list price, sold price, commission, title. And if you're using like dot loop or SkySlope API, you'll also be able to plug in a redirect link directly through that transaction. So you could all plug that in. It gives you a sky level overview. And for $20 a month, you're not going to beat it. So if you want this template, comment down below. Let's make sure you get it in your hands. And also be sure to head over to interfaces.zapier.com to subscribe today to Interfaces. Also, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to API Explorers. If you need marketing content, go ahead and head over to Lead Magnet and follow us, like, and subscribe as well. Happy Tuesday night, everybody.